Hello, everybody. Welcome back to CRF1 2023, Season 4, Round 12 of a 12-round championship. It's been forever that I've actually introduced a series like that. It's not a series, it is a league race. Slow fucking writing this shit like it's a Netflix series. Shit's faked. Anyway, joining me in the commentary box this morning or afternoon, if you're incorrect. To be fair, it is 12:33. I did not take my schizophrenia meds, so hello, Ryan.
Hello. It's actually 7:33 in the UK.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. You guys are wrong. You guys are simply wrong. Anyway, yes, like you said, 7:33 in the UK, 8:33 Central European. Let's see, 2:33 Eastern Time, 12:33 Mountain. Just where I am in the middle of New Mexico, but this tiny sliver that's actually Texas. I'm not entirely sure how many people are joining us today. I cannot see. 18 out of 22. Voice chat suspended, thank God. Because I would rather kill myself than hear any of these fuckers talk for an hour and a half. To be fair. So,
nice.
We wrapped up both championships in the last couple of races. In round 10, I don't remember which race that was, we did wrap up the CC for Ferrari, and Ferrari again wrapped up the driver's title with a huge beefer drama.
What drama are you referring to here?
Beeford killing himself and pitting for softs like 7 laps to go.
Oh yeah, that's stupid shit. Oh
yeah. Oh my God, he was on track for a podium. He was actually mathematically going to be in the title fight going into Abu Dhabi. And then he pitted for fastest lap. Anyway, clear skies down here in El Paso, Texas. I'm not entirely sure what it looks like outside in England, or Britain, whatever. I am retarded.
Pitch black.
Pitch black. You heard it here. You heard it first. Hell, half of you could probably just go outside and hear it first. Anyway, weather in Abu Dhabi. I'm not entirely sure what that is in real life. I will be looking that up right now just to be funny. So, last time around, who won this race? Oh yeah, how could we forget IHOPS? He kind of fell off. He kind of fell off, I can't lie. In Abu Dhabi, it's about 10 p.m., just like real life. 93 degrees Fahrenheit, but for the correct system, it is 34 degrees. Barely cloud in the sky. Real life weather has no fucking effect on league racing, but I feel like it's somewhat important to mention every now and then, because it's still fun. Anyway, where else can we post this? Can we post this in the 10 control server? Or no?
What
the stream. Never mind, they don't have a self-promo channel. I was going to post the stream in the 10 control server. We almost have a full grid, which is going to be very exciting to see going into the final round. 19 drivers go just barreling on down towards turn 1. Surely somebody isn't making it out of that equation alive. Both Red Bulls. Okay. Oh, never mind. Flo. Fucking. He scored 3 points all season, I swear. What has he actually scored? Anyway, you guys know the top two, Jack and Beeford. Jack wrapped that one up, and Beeford obviously has nobody else to challenge him because they just ran away with it. So, he's fighting for nothing out there today with 128 points. IHOPS, however, does have to defend for third place, 78 points, and only Fridge can beat him so far. Not mathematically, but just realistically. 75 points to his name, the McLaren driver, followed by Kant, a full 10 points away from Fridge, who he himself is only 3 points away from Mr. Speedy with 62 points. Jamie did switch places going into the final round, so now sits at 7th place. The man that was supposed to take the title with Ryan all the way back in Imola, but, that worked out very well, didn't it? In P8, Rexy sits with 46 points. Gripsy himself he could. But, I can't imagine him shifting around. Maybe Dom will catch up to him, 13 points behind from the Alpine driver. And Zach sits only 1 point behind from the McLaren driver of Dom. And for 10th place, that rounds out your top 10 for today's standings. The rest are just irrelevant. Mercedes is somewhat struggling to not struggling really, but they are fighting to hang on to a second place finish in the Constructors. 132 points in AlphaTauri, the next closest team. The next closest team does have 102 points to their name. McLaren does have 95 points, so AlphaTauri probably wants to watch their backs more than they want to catch up to Mercedes. Obviously, the best possible outcome is that P2 in the CC. It is a Ferrari, Mercedes, and Honda-powered podium for the CC. However, it mostly Ferrari for the DC. And only 18 people so far. We're very, very close to getting started with qualifying this morning, or this afternoon, my bad. What else should we comment on? What are you looking at? What are we looking at for like tire strategy? Because personal experience. You did win out here back in season 2.
Yeah, season 2.
Yes, you won the last 2 races. So, season 2 we didn't have. Season 2 we didn't have Abu Dhabi. I remember that. But you have won here before. What do you say? What do you say about the conditions, the strategy? Could we see a possible curveball this race?
Yeah, I think I guess it depends where people end up. I think the main thing is definitely where you're starting the grid. If we're looking at our front runner, someone like Jack, if you're starting further back, or someone in that caliber starting further back, you want to start on the hard tire. You're gonna starting on the hard is the better race strategy, but obviously you're going to lose positions off the start. So it's, if it's it's a gamble. But in the long run, the hard will definitely be the better tire to start on, but the mediums will have that initial pace advantage. So I guess it depends on how good of a racer you are from that perspective. So yeah, track position isn't the end of the world around here, because there is the possibility to overtake, especially down the back straight. So yeah, it's a case of pace. So yeah, the hard tire, the hard to medium, definitely the preferred strategy, I'd say.
Yeah, but, nowadays it seems to be far better in terms of overtaking. Unlike 2021, where it was a decently exciting race, but in real life, overtaking has always suffered at the circuit Yas Marina circuit. Sorry. Let's see who's the first one to come out on track so far. We're still waiting for the first person to come out of the pits. As I said, Welsh Jack has wrapped up the title. He really doesn't even need to be here. Along with Ron Beefer, they don't really need to be here. However, Mercedes does need to defend P2 from AlphaTauri, who only has one driver present today. Never mind, they're mathematically out of it. Let's see. No, yeah, they only have one driver. So, is it just me, or is nobody coming out?
I don't know.
Oh, there we go. Ferrari garage. Yeah, okay.
Your timer was glitched for a second, so yeah, the lobby had a temporary glitch, but it seems to be fixed now.
Yeah, cool. So it looks like an Aston Martin, the Aston Martin of Trixjans, first to come out of the pits, but probably not the first to start his lap, followed by Jamie, and then further down the pit lane, Ron Beeford sits, only bested by Rexy, the Alpine. Unfortunately, did get out before the other Mercedes. One of the Alfa Romeos follows that will be Dweezy. Weezer. We call him Weezer, fuck it. It's the final race, I can do what I want. Let's see, flying on down towards turn 1. It's going to be very exciting. Not turn 1, turn 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. Turn 5.
Wow, fucking very good count skills, man.
Yeah, I know. Fucking changing numbers. Changing turn numbers more than a woman who's being harassed. Abu Dhabi track map. Because I come prepared. I come prepared in this bitch. I do my homework. And by that, I mean I look up I look it up about 5 minutes before the stream. Anyway,
no.
Yeah, very exciting news. I will announce to the few people that do care. Actually, never mind. I will keep that private until it.
No, I don't.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep that private until later. Who is going to be the first one? Like I said, Jamie, looking like, or somebody's already crossed the line, or what? Oh no, yeah, Jamie.
I don't think so. I think it is the Beeford leading the pack?
I believe so. Yeah,
it's Beeford who's leading the pack.
Why is he going back in? Jesus.
Is he on hard tyres? Yeah, he's on the hard tyre for some reason. I think he either gone out in the wrong compound or just getting the feel. I don't know what he was doing. But
that'd be so silly if it rained. I would love that so much. It looks like Rexy and Wheezy were among the first people. Wheezy seems to be encountering some traffic. They did good. They did good getting it out of his way. However, I'm not entirely sure if they'll be able to get out of the way. Oh yeah, Gibson rezzing for Williams today. as opposed to Ferrari. Both Ferrari drivers have made it to the final race. So you can see Rexy does set a purple sector 1. How unfortunate for today, as Weezer flies on down towards turn, what I believe is turn 6 and 7. This little complex down here, presented by 3D Rap and Rogue Energy and ZX PCs, W, and all that shit. We have sponsors that we care about, definitely. Alright. So yeah, who's your favorite to win today's race, other than, you know, the obvious?
I don't know. I mean, I guess we haven't seen the historical pace of Beeford around here. I think Nick and Rebel's definitely a good option. I think he showed pretty good pace last time out until he got, I think it was a puncture, was it?
Was he here? Oh yeah, it was in Qatar. Yeah, okay. I was like, wait, no, last season. I'm like, oh, okay. Sorry, I'm just fucking killing myself. Weezer sets the benchmark lap of a 22.899, followed by Ferrari Rexy, who does best it with a 22.734. Jamie comes across the line now and steals it back with a 22.576. Who's next? That will be the AlphaTauri. No, that's an outlap. So following on board with Trickstrance, who is not the next person. You are not the father. One of the passes, will it be Orlando? It will be Orlando coming across the final corner now, going on down the back stretch, and that is a 23.165. The McLaren spinning out of the final corner. That is Fridge with a 22.695. Almost ruined it, and it looked like that slide cost him dearly. Kant finally joins the session. The other AlphaTauri back in the game. We could see something good from AlphaTauri today in terms of overtaking Mercedes, but Mercedes has probably got this. Mercedes probably has this in the bud. A 22.214 for Hobbs, as HPR Dave Raptors does best Jamie with a 22.230. 576 seems to not be the number anymore. Only 0.15 of a second separate the top two so far, and it looks like the gap might get smaller from here. Whippy Nick goes 22.579 for P4, pushing Fridge out of the top 5. Ferrari Rexy still in top 8, as Mr. Speedy is in risk of that. Zach, the first driver out of the top 10. Probably not the last, however. You can see who's next across the line. That will be Poise. No. Who is next across the line, actually? Those are just cooldown laps. Now Gabriel, I guess. Gabriel, final corner, 119 so far as he comes across the final corner on the line now, and that is a 23.148, only good enough for P10, followed by the other McLaren. That's coming back in the pits. The Haas is coming back into the pits. Welsh Jack's still in the pits. Zackus is on the outlap. Could see more of him in a minute. Let's see. Yeah, okay, that was the first round of hot laps. 12 minutes to go in this qualifying session. I will want to remind you that this is brought to you by 3D Rap, your premier destination for all things sim racing. Use code CRF5 to get 5% off of their entire catalog, with the notable exception of the Ignition Series, W, and Rogue Energy. Lovely, lovely stuff. I finally tried one the other day. It was quite good. Use code CRF for 10% off of their entire store, literally everything. Finally coming out, you can see Poison Aim High going to set his own lap, Zach on the outlap about to finish. And we'd like to remind you that this is also brought to you by ZX PCs, some of gaming's best and streaming's best PCs. You can go to ZX.com and use code CRF to get like up to 10% off. And if that doesn't work, then use our affiliate link. Support us. Let's see, what else? Pit Lane Prince, one of our best. You can see there, they're right above the pit lane. How fitting, Zach's finally start his lap. And use code CRF, or use our affiliate link to get a little bit of a discount on your order. I believe it is 10%, as it is with most of the other stores. Flying on down towards turn 5, he's going to be very excited to get some savings. Dylan Baxter has retired from the session. I have no clue who Dylan Baxter is.
He's residing in for sub, but I think he was having issues taking over control, and he's just left to rejoin, and it's now giving him a seat.
Anyway, we're looking at a full grid today, which I'm quite excited about. Zackus is one of the only people that is actually on a lap, possibly Orlando. Yeah, Orlando finishes his lap. It is not an improvement, I believe. No, that was an outlap, most likely. Possibly, I don't know. Anyway, Zackus, like I said, one of the only people on an actual lap at the moment. Going through turn 9 and on down to turn 10 through the Fiverr section. I forgot to mention Fiverr, your freelance destination. Use code CRF or our affiliate link for 5% off of every little thing they have. They have so much, and you can get so much help if you are looking for that type of thing, or just DM me for graphics. I don't fucking know. I'm kidding. Anyway, around the final couple of corners and around the final corner, flat out through the penultimate corner, and then you have to do break a little for the final corner. That is a 122, 730. Zachus up into P7 just in front of Ferrari Rexy. Rexy's not going to take that line down. And as we see Poison aim high, he starts his lap now. Going on down to turn 1, he does hug the curb and flying on down to turn 2. It's a straight shot until a little bit of an S section. You really got to watch the curves here. They really seem to unsettle the car, and especially here, flying on down towards turn 5. A very wide hairpin with quite a few different places and ways to take it, especially in the race. This was the fateful sight of Abu Dhabi 2021. That is when all Lewis Hamilton fans cried in unison. Flying on down towards turn 6 with the little kink in between. There's a very hard braking zone into the turn 6 and 7 chicane that goes back on the DRS straight. Lovely little section here to get right, and if you get it wrong, you are horribly fucked in the ass. And flying on down towards turn 9 after turn 8, which is that little kink on the straight. You can see an AlphaTauri, I believe, letting Poison through, and that is a purple sector 2 for the Alfa Romeo, flying on down towards the little street section, as I like to call it. This
Jamie here also on a purple sector 2, just about to cross the line.
Oh, for real. Okay, then Jamie crossing the line now. Final corner, that is 2 tenths up, as you said, and not enough to really improve. Going on back with Poison aim high. He's coming around the final corner now. Down in the 3rd gear, as per usual. Up in the 4th, short shifting. That is a 22.072, and that is pole position for Poison aim high. Just clear of IHOPS there with 2 tenths to spare. Or about a tenth, just over a tenth to spare. Wonder how he's going to take that. How all 3 of these guys are going to take that. Welsh Jack still hasn't even done anything. I almost wonder if he's trying to attempt to last to first. 8 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Gibson has retired, unfortunately, without setting a time. Kant's one of the other people that actually not have a time set on the board right now, along with Ron Beeford still in the pits. Kant's flying on down towards turn 6 and 7, as mentioned earlier. A little kink in between. It does kind of help you set yourself up for the next corner. It's quite fun. It's quite fun. Coming out of Sector 2 just in a minute. Or he'll be coming out of Sector 2 at the end of this. So DRS open for the AlphaTauri. Orlan logo wide up in the sky. And we are on board with the camera. I don't need to tell you what this camera angle filmed. Yes, so after Sector 2, that is a purple Sector 2 for the Italian driver. Going on down in Sector 3, very, very good form from Kant there. You love to see it. A little Canadian helmet for Yuki Tsunoda. Or not Canadian. Kind of looks Canadian, but it's fall themed. It doesn't really matter. Yuki's helmet looks good on him. Flying on down towards the final corner. 3rd gear as per usual. And out of the final corner. Across the line, that is a 22.473 for Kant. Lovely, lovely effort from him. Just not enough to beat IHOPS or get in the top 5 Dave Raptors. About 2 tenths away from that. About 4 tenths away, 5-ish. From pole position. A Fridge on another outlap, 22. Encountering a little bit of traffic there. And who else is on an actual lap? Dom has invalidated his lap. Hops is on an actual...
Hops with the Ferrari toe from Jack.
You'll have to see it. DRS will be wide open, and honestly, they probably should have used it down this straight as well. Flying on down towards the Sector 2 line out of turn 8. He's getting a really good thing. Ferrari logo up to the sky. Let's see what he gets. That is a 52.404. Over 2.5 tenths down on his initial time. That will be pole position should he go through with it. Poison aim high watches in ire as he watches Hops steal his lap going into turn 13, 14. The guy that was turn 14, and coming out of turn 14 and 15, the penultimate corner here, flat out. I love taking this corner and into the final one. Let's see what Hops does end up getting. Does he mess it up on the line? That is a 22. That is pole position for IHOPS. The 21.908 on soft tires for the Ferrari, and Jack goes back in the pits.
That's the toe.
Yeah, you'll have to see it.
That was a solid lap there. Some insane teamwork there.
Yeah, I mean, when you have the championship already wrapped up, what's the point? You know, just
oh yeah, no, I can't blame them. You know, the toe definitely.
And Zach sitting there out of turn 4. I just want to bring attention to that. Sitting there out of turn 4 on his outlap. Currently the slowest driver on the grid. Trickchance has gone purple sector 2 coming out of turn 8. Or 9, sorry. So, into sector 3, this is a really tricky section where you really got to nail everything. Otherwise, you're losing an amazing amount of time, especially on the curbs. You want to take more, but somehow it'll still unsettle your car. So into turn 15, turn 15. And then into turn 16, the final corner of today, and that is a 22.396. Not enough to get in the top 5. However, it is enough to beat Kant, who is demoted to P7. That does put Fridge into P11. Fridge definitely gonna want to go out once again. Hop still sits with the top time of the day. As FRA Rexy, still doing his thing, invalidating his lap as per usual. Trickstan's going on another run. DRS detection zone just passes through it now. As we see there, okay, look at this. Dom, is that Dom on the outlap? That is unfortunately Dom on the outlap. He could give some nice and healthy tow to Trickstan's, maybe. Oh, look at that. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but Trickstan's has aborted his lap. Mostly, definitely due to Dom, but I'm not entirely sure why. That was very much a dream situation. A little bit of an extra boost that went unutilized. Very unfortunate for today. Right. Trickstan's P6 once again, as I said earlier. Zakis is on another effort, and it looks like he is being rewarded ever so slightly. It's not going to be enough to crack Fridge's time of a 6.95. That was initially pole position for a very brief moment. Fridge is definitely going to want to look at that very, very soon. 3.5 minutes to go thereabouts in this qualifying session before we get in the race here. Zak is flying on down towards turn 9. We just got to wait and see, and he is just about a 10th down on his time. Unfortunately, he will not be improving. So you really go. In the top 10 goes Orlando, by the way, with the 22.428. Lovely effort from the Haas driver. Does best the Italian driver and demote Dweezy down into P11. Misses for Speedy. 22.697. Not very good for him. I believe Jack and Beeford are going for a bit of a last to first strategy in today's race. Either that or these two will pull out the very end. Oh, look at that. Jack is pulling out or getting ready to do so. We'll see if he can do the Sebastian Vettel 2013 Singapore lap. We'll see. Zach, worst time in the grid. He is improving. It's not going to be enough, but he will get into the 22s. Everybody is into the 22s, except for the Ferrari-man of iHops, or the only Ferrari out there. Everybody is in the 22s, which is probably one of the closest margins we've ever seen in CRF1 history. Like, look at this. If I go on the leader, look at that. 1.6 seconds only for Zach, and then, Hops. It would be far closer if Hops didn't set that 21.908. Coming across the final corner now, he does go into the 22s. It's 23, never mind. It was a good lap, just not good enough. Zach with a 1.174 gap from himself to iHops. Not very good, not very good. Yeah, Beeford and Jack definitely doing the last to first here. 2 minutes to go in qualifying. You're going to start seeing people coming out of the pits any moment now to get their final banker laps in. Ryan, why isn't Flo here?
Turn off, mate.
Because he lost so miserably last season. I'm going to go with that answer.
I mean, your Ferrari bias has never been more clear.
It's never been worse. I know. And Mr. Speedy, that's very unfortunate for the full-time driver, who is getting beat by the reserve. Wimpy Nick in the Red Bull going 10th fastest with a 22.579. Third retirement we've seen so far, unfortunately. We'll have to see how Dylan Baxter does. He hasn't given us a taste, really. iHops on the out lap as well. Who's going to be the first to start their lap? What about... Oh, yeah, shit. Zach out of today's session. Yeah, Wheezy.
Both passes out.
Oh, damn. Weezer, one of the first ones to start. Can he improve flying on... Oh, wait, he already went through the Sector 1 line, so we do have to wait until turn 8. The run down to turn 9. To see if he can improve today or not. You can see in the background there that will be Fridge on his outlap. He hasn't validated it, and I'm surprised more people don't just fly... Yeah, okay, Fridge is cutting the corner. Like a good McLaren driver. He is cutting the corner on his outlap. I wouldn't expect anything less. Weezer flying on down towards turn 9, and that is not an improvement. He will have to push a little bit harder to even improve, and that, oh, I almost thought he spun around for a brief moment there, but to get past Wimpy Nick, he will have to improve ever so slightly. Even a 10th will do, and that will even see him go into the top 10, maybe even the top 7 if he does improve by a 10th. Flying on down to turn 15, the flat out corner, as I love to mention every single time. 10 seconds to go in this qualifying session, one of the last laps, and he actually will be able to cross the line for another lap if he isn't satisfied by this one. A 22.394, P6 for Wheezy. Lovely effort. Kaka, American, yeah. What the fuck is a kilometer? You love to see it. Yeah, Poison Aim High is down on his time, I believe. Up on his time, I believe. It's just the next driver I was able to catch. Let's
Hops
see.
down by half a tenth.
Purple Sector 2, Hops, like you said, down by half a tenth.
He was down.
Purple, no, I was talking about Aim High. Beeford is actually on a lap. Let's see. What can he set today? It says he's finished. I don't know if this is a glitch or not. Welsh Jack also out there as well. They crossed the line. Do they get a time? They do not get a time. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what that was, but Hops crossing the line now. No, never mind. He does dive into the pits. Poison Aim High crosses the line. That is pole position for the Alfa Romeo driver. Can anybody else steal that? Coming across the line now. You can see Dweezy has been demoted down to 7th place by FRA Rexy, unfortunately. Wimpy Nick down into up into P4 with a 22.233. Lovely effort. Only 3,000ths of a second away from Dave Raptor's very, very close gap. Gabriel up in the top 10. Trickjans, the driver at risk as Dom is about to finish his lap. Could Dom make it in the top 10 and demote Trickjans down to the 5th row? I believe it's the 6th row, probably. No, he cannot. Dweezy, yeah. Alright then, Trickjans. Can he possibly do it? Oh, never mind. Alright, that's your qualifying. Yeah. Everybody kind of finished their lap pretty quietly. No one really moved around, which is unfortunate.
Dave up in P3 in the Williams, solid lap. That was his, I think it's his first run as well.
No, he's had a run for a while.
Second run.
I think it's his 3rd.
I didn't know how many runs. He was up there from the start, so fair play to him.
We'll see. But yeah, Dave is always pretty quick, which is always lovely to see. And I'm excited for the new system. We should be expecting some faster drivers as well, hopefully. We haven't announced that, have we?
I think it's server known. The stuff will come tonight and tomorrow, so yeah, news coming shortly.
We'll see. Just keep in tune, and tomorrow my last day as league director if you guys want to send me some flowers, because I'm the world's biggest attention whore. God, I love the attention. Anyway.
Based.
Yeah, 20 seconds to go. Now I'll do my little grid reading
Williams
here.
TP saying it was Dave's first run.
Oh, it was. No, it was not. You know what? I'm gonna say that. Yep. No, it wasn't. He's been up there at least twice. Anyway, Poison takes pole position behind Hops, Raptors. Or sorry, never mind. I'll do it when we get there. Completely fucked it. Fuck you, Jack. All right. We gotta keep it clean. This is the reel that goes on my my portfolio now. So gotta keep this shit squeaky clean, as I will say. The sun is like he's American. Sorry. The sun is slowly gonna set on today's race, and by the time it is over, we'll see. That'll be the end of season 1 finally, and the end of my tenure as league director. And with a very, 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 very small possibility my end as a commentator, here at least. I've discussed this with Ryan, don't worry, he knows. But I will, depending on what happens, I will let you guys know. So there's like a 5% chance this is my last run. We'll see. We're slowly waiting for the lights to go out. Very slowly waiting for the lights to go out, waiting for players. Oh, there's no formation lap. Okay, lovely. I'll do my little thing once the first safety car comes out. And it is 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, and 5 lights finally ahead of the drivers. And we are...
That's what happened last week. Huh?
Off and away here in Abu Dhabi. Finally, for the final, and that is a red flag.
What just happened?
Light up. Hold tight, driving dark. Na 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 na.
That's the most
foot down.
Thing ever.
It's
fucking instant red flag. What the fuck is that about?
It detected Rexy on
Okay,
track.
wait, have you got the grid order?
I don't want to stop the stream. I don't know. We'll just see. I don't think anybody overtook each other because it just stopped immediately. Light up, hold tight.
Oh
Driving
my god, there's no space ever.
I love Justice so much. Up there goes Orlando. Skilleth issue. Alright. Hopefully for real this time. It is 5 lights ahead of the drivers. 20 drivers start today's race, and we are... Motherfucker. And we are off and away here in Abu Dhabi. It looks like Poison gets a decent start. Hops is definitely going to go down the inside, and Hops is down the inside and into the lead in turn 1. Hops win. That is a red flag, and I believe for genuine purposes, Fridge is out of the session. You can see a stranded McLaren or just what it might be.
We are restarting. We are restarting due to this game being just dog water.
All right, we'll get this done hopefully at some point. Light up, hold tight, driving. God. Head up, foot down, speed of sound. You can tell I'm happy because Signs won this morning, and I literally came.
Well.
I can't do that. I can't go that high.
Please don't. My ears are gonna start bleeding.
Looks like they're gonna sacrifice the clerk. Alright guys, so it's 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, and 4 lights, and 5 lights, and we are off and away here in Abu Dhabi.
Please stop.
Yippee!
Please stop.
When do I get a new invite?
Yeah.
Oh, it red flagged again. I'm done. Good night.
Yeah, we are restarting.
It's fucked. Good night.
1 sec.
Dude, my fucking lips are numb right now. I don't know why.
We need like some elevator music in the background whilst we sort this out.
Just gonna play Women Worldwide. Because we're not gonna get copyrighted for it.
Yeah, definitely please don't. We're definitely getting copyright on that show.
No, never. Where is the invite? God, I love F1.
I've got like 20 people in that, so please bear with whilst we're in this base mode. Should got one now. Right, in fact, every time you invite someone to this game, it puts you back to the menu.
Weezer. Yes. Alright. I mean, I just put on the intro, but fuck it. I mean.
Well, no, yeah, the music was fine. It was the phone audio that ruined it.
I'll put on I'm Good by Bebe Rexha and fucking...
Yeah, let's just not get copyrighted.
It's funny because that would copyright us. Failed to join session. God, I hate America. Or, I mean, I love America, but, like, I hate...
Well, no, you can't take it back now.
I hate Americans. Even though I'm literally American.
That is just disgusting.
Do you know what else is disgusting?
Oh dear.
You not finishing a race this season?
Wow.
I'm so
I
funny.
don't know if that's factually correct.
You know, yeah, you haven't finished a race this season. You DNF'd every single time in the crit.
I can't remember, I can't lie. I think I was hanging myself by the time I got there. It was really basic, you were too slow to get into tier 1.
So true.
Yeah.
That's crazy, but no one asked.
I mean, then no one asked about my stat, did they? But you're fucking useless, so skill issue.
Ooh, shit. Okay, I'm just gonna stream. Good night, guys. Alright.
The only way to sell this would be to have a YouTube boxing match. Do you not agree?
A YouTube boxing match. Alright, cool. You'll bring a knife, I'll bring a gun.
Yeah, it's not a one. Go on, every American bringing a gun. Just.
Yeah, it's a joke. It's almost impossible to fix this iPhone. What it takes to repair the iPhone 14, like why? Why is this in my recommended? Lance Stroll try and not be a fucking retard champ in the challenge impossible.
See, you're just disgusting. That is language that should never be used. I think you should apologize to everyone.
No, see, I call my friends retard, but you never call an actual person retarded. Like, an actual, like, you know, mentally ill person. I'm digging my grave, guys. I'm sorry. I take it back.
Shut up. The time shut up was like 10 seconds ago.
True. Oh my god, can we start the race before I, like, hang myself?
Well, we got sort of the grid.
Well, I'm not stopping the race. I'm not stopping the stream. I can't be asked.
Right. Now, let's figure out how the fuck. Gridded stuff. Okay, right. I'm gonna. Yeah, Rexy is definitely not starting on pole.
Yeah, he should. Just put it on a random grid order and let us just let everybody have fun. Fuck it.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, huh?
I don't think many people will be happy with that.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Based bitch. Dab.
Damn.
Rexy, no one fucking asked, did they? Like, honestly. Shut up.
What?
He said that me saying he shouldn't be on pole was offensive, and I need to apologise. So, why don't you just fuck off, please? Thank you. Rexy trying to be relevant, challenge impossible.
Why are there 21 people? Oh yeah, because Maya, dumbass, doesn't know how to spectate. That would explain it. Sorry, lads.
Right.
Yeah, it's streaming on YouTube. God, you guys are like mentally ill. You guys are literally Ferrari fans.
I don't. Aren't you a Ferrari fan?
Yeah, I know. I'm mentally ill. I've said this many times. I fucking texted this girl today, and I'm like, finally, being mentally ill, in parentheses, a Ferrari fan has paid off. Well, next year is our year. Next year is our year.
Is it?
I just found the worst thing. I'm gonna post it in news.
Don't.
I have to.
No, you could be anything.
I have to.
No, you don't.
I have to.
No, you really don't.
Yeah.
No, I don't think you do.
Yeah.
You don't.
I do. I do. This is the worst thing. It's the first thing any employer is gonna see because I have to link these streams. They're gonna be like, "Oh, what is this? News?" Just this image. This is gonna be my last sex news post, and I'm happy with that.
Okay, right. The grid is we're missing someone. Sick.
Everybody, look at sex news if you're not looking at sex news.
Hell is Jack. Oh dear. I don't know what. Is Jack in your session or no?
No, I'm not. I'm in this session. YT, try not to be horribly racist. Challenge impossible.
Okay, right, we're nearly there. Hold on. Now just gotta make sure this bozo is in P20 and then we're sorted. Yep, perfect. Okay. Right, let's see who forgets to put their setup on.
For real, yo. Did you look in Sex News yet, or no?
No, I don't know if I want to.
Do it.
I'm too busy dealing with business.
Do it. It's the best. It's the best thing.
Oh shit.
To be a good commentator, I read that you have to talk for 10 minutes during a red flag period. And if you're able to do that, you're able to do anything. So, I'm just not doing that, and I will never get accepted. You know why? Because this is a racing league, and I can't be... When are we getting started? 20 people in the session, and so far,
now.
no word of getting started. You see, if everybody actually... okay, cool. Then fucking send out the ping. That'd be so silly. I'm gonna scare the hose with this one, but you know, fuck it.
Oh my god, bro.
Liam Lawson returning to AlphaTauri after dropping Max out of qualifying. How did that happen? Lawson's so based. I love Lawson.
Yeah, I do bet that. Completely Wise's fault. Stop breathing. Okay, now let's look at what this what you morons put in there. Oh my fucking god, what is wrong with you? You're just a 9/11 meme page, aren't you? Swear that's all you do.
I just what?
You're just a 9/11 meme page.
Yes. Dude, it's today.
So fucking base, it's unbelievable.
I need to send this to you on Instagram. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. Thanks to Theory for this one. He's a true racist. Oh my god. Nothing will ever top the Saudi Arabia stream last season, though. If you know, you know.
Oh, shut up.
It wasn't that funny, but we keep talking about it, so I'm gonna treat it like it is.
I can't actually remember a single thing about any other race other than last week, and I don't think I can remember that.
Alright, let me fucking...
Who won last week? Where were you racing last week?
Jack Roulette, Qatar? Jack?
Was it Qatar? Oh yeah, shit.
Stupid.
Yeah, my bad.
Stupid. I sent you the fucking reel that I was losing it. It's so
I'm
good.
loading it now.
It's so predictable, but it's so good. Just fucking DM me.
Oh my fucking god. So based.
I'm ultra based.
Alvin is a domestic terrorism be like. What the fuck?
So good. It's so good. Anyway, put that in Sex News. It'd be fun. All right. Let's stop talking about 9/11. Let's see who's gonna run into the Ferraris this race. It is 5 lights ahead of the drivers, and we are off and away here in motherfucker.
There you go.
Oh, we're off and away here in Abu Dhabi, and it looks like Jack gets a decent start. Will Poison yes. finally, Poison is able to get ahead of him this time around. Dave Raptor's going around the outside, getting squeezed around the outside of the track, and that is Jack in P2, but not for long. Raptors does have a tire on the outside, now the inside. He has a very, very good run. That is a car going off the circuit, and that is an Alfa Romeo going off the circuit. Yellow flags for that specific Alfa Romeo as the first one leads this Grand Prix. Dave Raptor's into P2, and that is somebody tumbling down the order. That would have been Wheezy. Yeah, I almost forgot his name for a minute. And there we go. IHOPS. He's going to start fighting back with Dave Raptors. Dave Raptors goes defensive on the inside, and IHOPS does have the run, but does not execute on the move. And you can see there, Dave Raptors definitely getting a little bit too friendly with the rear of Shush's car. Almost as friendly as my face gets with your mom's. I can't say that on stream.
By the way, you called Hops Jack.
No, I didn't. I said Hops. I said Hops. I swear to God. Anyway,
Jack
Dave Raptor sets the purple sector for today. Purple sector 2. You can see sponsored by Pirelli, I guess. Sure. Fridge does get demoted into the top, into the bottom 11 there. Into the bottom 10. I'm supposed to be doing good in this race, and that is a Haas diving down the inside. Orlando absolutely ruining Mr. Speedy. Fridge going around the outside. Speedy shoves him off the circuit. You love to see it. Back up in the top 2. Speedy shoves him off the circuit, and you love to see it. Back up in the top 2, that is Poison, aim high with a 32.416 for Alfa Romeo on those hard tires, and you can see there Wimpy Nick is eager to get involved, and that is Dave Raptors off the track. I don't know how I missed that. Hops into P2, and Raptors almost goes into the side of the Ferrari man, and that is Wimpy Nick very much poised to overtake Dave Raptors for the podium position, and he does have a wheel down the inside, but not enough. Trick Chan's first DNF of the session. I imagine he pulled into the pits before doing that one. Ron Beeford in the P12, fighting with Zachus. Let me go on board with Beeford there. On board with Beeford there. Zachus does hold the advantage so far. Welsh Jack having to clear his old championship rival. I say old because the Beeford now is definitely not the Beeford we've seen fighting throughout the rest of the season. You can see that. And Jack is around for the third time this season. Jack has been analed either by his game or by somebody else. Now down all the way in dead last. Poison, aim high, and IHOPS are fighting for the lead. You can see there a little bit similar to how AQ Flow was fighting for the lead back in season 2. And didn't end well for Flow, doesn't end well for Hops this time around as well. So we have to wait for another lap, and at least this one isn't on the final lap, and there's actually a chance. Zachus and Ron Beeford still going at it. I don't know how these guys are still going at it, but they're still going at it, especially Zachus. How are you fighting Beeford? Wow. Anyway, you can see a little bit of a domino effect there. Orlando taking fastest lap for the Haas F1 team. MoneyGram Haas F1 team. And so far, it looks like that record's going to stand for now. Lap 3, it looks DRS is enabled now. So we will be seeing DRS come into play. IHOPS is about 2/10 away. Okay, there we go, Dave Raptors. He was having a bit of a look down the inside of IHOPS, and he's going to be a huge beneficiary from this little battle. IHOPS going to use DRS. Ferrari logo up to the sky, Kraken logo up to the sky. Who's going to get the lead? Overtake here. Poison goes to the inside, goes defensive. Hops goes to the outside. What line will Dave choose? He sticks to the outside as well. Around the outside of aim high, and that is a double overtake. Or not necessarily a double overtake, it almost was. But Poison is able to keep P2 at the very bare minimum, but not for long. Dave Raptors flying on down the outside, and he could even get IHOPS there too. And that is Poison, aim high down the inside, back in the lead of the race there with the Ferrari engine in the back of his car and the Ferrari man at the back of the podium, if you will. HPR Dave Raptors back into P2, Hops back into P3. I believe. Let's see how we've changed it around. Oh, no, sorry, not back in the P3. Looks like these two have switched Poison back into the lead of the race finally, as Wimpy Nick is definitely eager to get his slice of the pie. Wow, okay, this is a lot closer than I thought it would be. It is a train down to, P12. Yeah, okay, it's down to P11, the top 10. The good news, what do you mean?
You got clipped calling Hops Jack at turn 2.
Oh. Surely I wouldn't have been that stupid, but I'll take it. Jack with the first skill issue of the day, down in 18th place, not that anyone really cares. It will ruin his average there, and HPR Dave Raptors going in for the lead, and that is the lead for Dave, and that could be a P2 for IHOPS. He's too far back, never mind. Poison will have the chance to strike back. You can see here DRS is his going into turn 8. On the run down to turn 8 and 9, DRS will be the Alfa Romeo. So, kick logo up to the sky, all two of them. And that is the run that sold him the lead of the race. You can see Dave Raptor's going to do everything he can to defend it, and he is doing everything he can to defend it. Poison has that wheel on the outside, and it looks like Raptors just had the better exit speed and the better line overall. Into turn 13. Wait, no. That is incorrect. Turn 12 or whatever. Yeah, turn 12. Into turn 12. Dave Raptors still leads the race. For now, Aim High has to wait ever so slightly to actually get that chance to overtake again. So, like I said, what do you think's going to happen?
I don't know. I'm just looking further down the line. DRS, yeah, as you said before, the train. Just looking at Fridge here. If Fridge can close into that gap of P8, then we're gonna have a train all the way down to P11. So yeah, I think the main point of this top 3 battle is that Poison is the only one on that hard compound. So later on in the race, he will have that pace advantage. So yeah, advantage Dave right now, but the long-term Poison definitely gonna be there.
Yeah, I think he actually is on track to win the race. You can see here he's definitely keeping up with Dave Raptors there, along with IHOPS. It's not easy work for them. It's very much not easy work for them. Down the inside at turn 6 there, and is it the lead of the race? It is not. Raptors is able to cover him off there, but that brings the top 6 ever so closer. DRS open for the Alfa Romeo driver down the inside. Dave goes to defensive around the outside. I don't think it's going to work this time around, and that is P1 for the Alfa Romeo man. And the Ferrari of IHOPS just misses out.
You said Alfa Romeo, man.
Yeah.
You said like.
It was weird.
Like,
but
you said it like really close together. It sounded really bass.
Anyway, yeah, like I said, P1 got me confused there for the Alfa Romeo driver and the Williams driver still in P2. These guys seem to be switching around quite frequently. Hops is still in P3. Not entirely sure if he will be able to strike back. That is the second skill issue of the day. P14, Dom. Not much lost there, huh? Anyway, let's take a look at the train forming, and you can see Rexy, the first skill issue to break that train. Fucking yeah, 1.3 seconds away from Gabriel then. And you can see he
said his name and he just made it.
Oh my god. Orlando on the chase then for the Alpine driver, and that is IHOPS down the inside of Dave Raptors. This could be for the lead of the race as well. Going into turn 6, IHOPS will have DRS. Raptors has the better run and the better acceleration out of turn 5. So with DRS, and it looks like, oh my god, Shush is going to be a sitting duck here. Around the outside and inside, Hops takes the lead of the race so far, and Dave Raptors around the outside then. Oh, he was ever so close, but it looks like that move did more harm than good. Hops takes the lead of the race in lap 6.
Well, Nick.
Oh, is he getting involved? Nick is getting involved, finally.
He's a 10th behind.
Yeah, that's the thing, but he's not. No, he's not there. He's not there. This is great fighting. Everyone seems to be really close. This is the universe without Jack, and my God, is it a beautiful one. Jesus Christ, we could have had this race every season. We could have had this every race this season, but we didn't. Anyway, yes, Hops has taken the lead of the race, and Poison Aim High is looking likely to hopefully convert that. Even then, down P2, those hard compound tires are going to start coming to life then. And it's not going to be the biggest pace disadvantage, especially how he's keeping with the Ferrari and the Williams driver. So it should do him some good. Later on, it should work out, hopefully. Hops still leading the race 6-5. 6/10 away from Poison. Just thereabouts, and that is HPR Dave Raptors. It looked like he was getting a little bit squirrely, and that has allowed Wimpy Nick to get a better run on him. It is a drag race down to turn 6. Can Wimpy Nick actually take this one wide open? The Bybit swings to the sky, and that is Wimpy Nick into P3. Dave Raptors, what's he going to say to that? Nothing. He can't really say anything. Around the outside, he's going to stick a wheel. What a ballsy-ass move. However, it doesn't seem to pay off. Yeah, for real, like Jesus.
Right on the back
absolute confidence, but this is for the lead of the race. I'm sorry, Cons, and that is Poison into the lead of the race today. Hops still slots in the P2 for him. As you said, Cons being ultra based, and that is P5. That is a train all the way down to P5. Gabriel, the only one to be breaking that little streak, and Dave Raptors could be under threat from the Italian driver. Yellow flags for Rexy.
You,
all right.
you're so bad. It's hilarious.
Anyway, Rexy down into P18, just in front of Dweezy. America! America, yeah!
Rexy's in P18. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I just said that.
Don't worry. It's English humour, just skillish. Oh, who's that? Oh, and Jack has just died again.
I don't get it.
He's not skillishly central. What
He stopped caring. Can you blame him? Anyway, Hops on with the run down on Poison, and that is I think he learned he didn't really want the DRS going into this corner. Welsh Jack has retired from his final race of the season, possibly final race at Ferrari. We will never know. Poison aim high. Very much a sitting duck in this situation. What line is Hops going to choose? Down the inside goes iHops on his left-hand side, Poison. And that is the lead of the race pretty cleanly as well. Poison's going to have the chance to fight back, as we've seen him do many a time. On the run down to turn 9, there is open DRS, sponsored by Pit Lane Prince. Lovely little company. Get their posters, please. I beg you. That goes into my pocket, please. Poison aim high around the outside of Hops. Can Hops do anything to retaliate? No. Unfortunately, he can't, and Kantz has gotten in front of HPR Dave Raptors. We failed to mention that because, you know, the lead is fighting, you know? The lead is switching hands. Anyway, the only person to actually stay where they qualified so far is Dom in P12. Most irrelevant position so far. Mercedes will be taking home 1 point for their championship fight. And I'm not entirely sure what the map is, but Actually, I think you can only bring home 33 points a race. Or something. I don't know. I did the math the other day just for like the CC, and I'm struggling to remember what you can bring home. Just calculate 19 plus 14.
What?
No, it's just maximum amount of points.
Do you say you can't add 19 plus 14?
Not on the spot. I think it's 33 though, right? I swear to God I remember. Okay, thank you. I couldn't do it. I can't do it on the spot, like immediately. Like, see, this is the thing. Okay, down in the inside. Like I said, there goes Hops for the lead of the race. What can Poison do to retaliate? He has the inside line and he has the wheel. Oh, lots of contact there. Not the cleanest overtake from Poison. It looks like he is getting a little bit tired of his games. And this could be Whippy Nick for the lead there. Hops leaves into space, and that is Whippy Nick for the possible lead. It's going 3 wide, 4 wide. It's going 4 wide, and Whippy Nick. P4. Unfortunately, oh my God, these guys are fighting they're fighting to the death here under the Emirati lights.
As you said, a world without Jack.
Yeah, a world without Jack, and I'm sounding like a toddler there. Poison aim high in P1 there, takes the lead back from iHops. Hops is where he started the very beginning of this race. Raptors and Nick invert, and Nick is still on that podium. Raptors denied his initial P3. So those guys just, oh man, they almost killed each other. Kantz loves P5. That's the one thing about Kantz, he loves P5. It's so crazy, no matter what, he loves P5.
He's a P5 merchant.
He's a P5 merchant, yeah. Anyway, what crazy fucking battles. I feel like I'm about to scream my lungs out, you know. It wasn't that exciting, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll get to this now. Hops has DRS open once again. What line will he choose? Maybe for the sake of variety, he still goes down the inside on Poison aim high. Poison can't really retaliate, and he's looking to do so throughout the next corner, going through 6 and 7 now. Getting a really good run here is going to be hugely beneficial. And it looks like from P2, those guys inverted, and P3, those guys inverted. And Poison, once again, around the outside. Is this going to get as hairy as it did before? No. Very clean overtake from the Alfa Romeo driver as, oh my God, Gibson, look at that. Our easy driver, oh, fucking hell. 13 places gained. Wow. I don't know how he did that, but that is the drive of the century so far. And that is, Zach. And that is a full safety car. You can see Zach in the wall there coming up on board with Orlando, and he just killed himself.
I think he lost it on the curve and just sent it into the wall by accident. Jesus.
Anyway, Whippy Nick, Dave Raptors, Kantz, Gibson, Gabriel, Beeford. Oh shit, everybody's going into the pits, but it looks like Williams is going to be the worst party. Yeah, that's going to be the worst one for them.
Well, just not as bad, still bad.
Yeah, all right, let's see. Poison aim high. He's going to still lead the pack here, and it looks like Hops is going to keep P2 for himself. Wimpy Nick still keeps P3. Dave Raptor's in P4. Kant still keeps P6, but Gibson is going to get dropped down a couple of positions. Yeah, he loses 2, goes right behind Frigid McLaren, who has, I believe, benefited him quite a lot. But Ron Beeford, story no one's really talking about, on level with Gibson. 11 positions gained from where he initially started, but our biggest loser today is easily Weezer, who is P17 at the moment.
That pit stop, that double stack, really screwed over. Gabriel gone from, what, he was in
really? Wow.
P6 all the way down to P14.
Yeah, he was right with Cons. Jesus.
Yeah, that double stack really did not go well.
AlphaTauri tried and do good challenge, impossible.
So now, there is one big observation, is that Shush has now got to drag these tyres for, what, 18 laps?
What does he have on mediums?
So towards the end, they
That's
are
not
going to
terrible.
be absolutely screwed.
Towards the end.
Unless he gets another safety car to kind of extend that stint, this is really over. This is going to be wide open now, towards the end of this stint. So I think we'll see some good battling between the hard runners, but it's basically a medium sandwich between Shush and Contra now, and then Beaver behind on the medium as well. So it's yeah, the medium runner is going to have a bit of a tricky stint, but let's take a look. This could be interesting towards the end. But yeah, let's see. I think we'll have some good fighting between second, third, and fourth on the hard tyres.
Yeah, like you said earlier, that's the cream filling in the little Oreo there. Kant's being the bottom layer of it. That's going to be very interesting. I mean, Hops, obviously, they're going to have no problem dragging out those tires, but like you said, everybody else is going to have that kind of problem dragging out those mediums. So, like, yeah, Zachis could actually make himself known in terms of, you know, getting his name up there. Could be in for possible P5 finish if we're going off tires alone. I imagine surely not, you know, in terms of some people are going to keep those positions. Kant's baby girl, please. And as we go around for...
We'd expect safety car to be in at this lap, so there will be, what, 17 laps of racing? Or 16, 17, 16?
It's going to be manageable for the hard tire, for medium tires.
It'll be into 13, so it'll be manageable, but I think those mediums are going to go, you know, I think the medium runs, their pit strategy was to pit around, like, 14, so I guess you'd probably get, like, 13 laps on the medium before they really do, like, they'll also fall off the cliff after about 10, but they really are going to fall off the cliff after about 13 laps. So the last couple laps is going to be a struggle. So I think Poison's, his main goal here has got to be getting a good restart here, breaking that DRS, which is not going to be easy because he's got easily one of the best drivers with the grip behind him. And then you also got the likes of Nick and Dave there as well. So yeah, for Poison right now, the target needs to be to just break DRS and just build a little bit of a gap so that later on, when he does have that pace deficit, you know, he is able to cover, or he just needs to be able to manage his tyres, because the last thing he wants to do is to be fighting Hops and Nick and Dave and then absolutely kill his tyres, because towards the end that'll really cost him. So it's going to be interesting. It's a lot of strategy, but the racing's also going to matter, because yeah, as I said, you can't race too hard on those tyres because they will just fall off very quick. So let's see how Shush decides to play this, but he's obviously going to fight for track position, which is obviously key, but let's see.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. As we said, safety car, yeah, you're right, safety car in this lap. I'm just actually really looking forward to, like, who's going to make the most of this. Because you got a bunch of fighters down in the midfield. Ron Beeford, obviously, you know, great driver. Mr. Speedy, not so much. Dom, maybe. Jamie could salvage something from this. Gibson, as we said, he was absolutely on fire until, you know, he got angled by Zach's safety car. So, yeah, like, and we also have some fighters at the top. So, I mean, could we see it get worse? Because there was contact before. I think we could see it get worse, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm not going to bet on that.
The tyre difference here, with the pace difference, it means there could be a collision, especially when you've got Cons on those mediums firing up behind. He's going to be wanting to clear those cars quickly, so he's not stuck behind.
Yeah, and let me interrupt you here. It is green flag racing as he comes out of the final corner. Poison leads away the race from Hops, from Nick, from Raptor, from Cons, from Beeford, from Fridge, from Gibson, from Speedy, from Zachis, from Baxter, from Dom, from Jamie, from Gabriel, from Rexley, from Orlando to Weezer. And as I say Weezer, you know, I run out of breath because I'm an asthmatic and I didn't breathe in for that one. Raptor's on the tail of Wimpy Nick here. This could be very good for him. Nick is just nowhere near the top two, so he won't be benefiting from any sort of slipstream or DRS here. Raptor's going to be really, really thankful that he is very close to, you know, Nick in terms of getting that slipstream. Number 89 Williams, we'll check back in on him later. Nobody else is too close. Close
Not looking
enough.
like Nick fired up the tyres right, just dropped back, and good restart from Shush to build a little bit of a gap on Hops here.
Yeah,
so
7 tenths. Gonna be very good. Jamie up in P12 there as Dom cucks the badge, or fucks the bag there. Dylan Baxter fighting with Zachis there, and Baxter doesn't look like he's gonna, didn't really win out on that one. With Slipstream though, he has a fighting chance around the outside of the Alpine. Could set him up nicely for an overtake on the Red Bull as well in the future. Hopefully he just has to clear this Alpine first. Zachis moves back into P10, but it looks like Baxter is the overall winner of this battle. And yeah, Baxter ahead by turn 12. And as we saw, and it looks like, Wimpy Nick 1.3 seconds.
Well,
very unfortunate.
All over his gearbox in the last sector. Jesus, just had to back off there. This is a Cons needs to start clearing these cars now, as he's gonna lose Kush ahead.
Yeah, it's not even that. Like, he has a chance at the podium, and if he clears these guys, especially drafters, I think the smart thing to do is, now that DRS is enabled, if I did read that right, or if I'm not, like, dyslexic.
I don't know. That might have been false.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I might be... Do you think it might be a good idea to let drafters clear Nick first? Never mind. Cons has a really good run. I eat those words. I fucking eat those words.
Right now, I think,
look at this, Cons on board. Oh, he even has a run on Nick. Look, he even has a run on Nick once going into turn 9. You can onboard the Raptors there. Yeah, Cons has cleared Raptors for P4. And now, with Slipstream help from the Red Bull, the big sister team, Wimpy Nick could possibly be in jeopardy of losing this podium. Probably next lap, Ron Beeford moves into the top 5. Both Williams are together, and they're going side by side through turn 9. And out of turn 9, Raptors does lead his teammate, but we're going to see Gibson fight back very, very soon, hopefully. Hops 7 tenths away from Poison. Poison absolutely... Shush. Or, no, I'm just going to call him Poison, fuck it. Poison absolutely doing the best he can to get this done. And Gibson 3 tenths away from his teammate there. And look at this, he's even dropping him. And out of DRS, this is crucial for Hops to stay in that little lead there, or to stay in the fight for the lead. This is crucial for Hops to make the most. Very, very good, because actually, he could pump the brakes. Or he could, sorry, not pump the brakes. There we go, there we go.
Everything he's got on that battery.
As long as he's within, just lost it. Just lost it there. 1.1 seconds away from, there we go, Wimpy Nick getting overtaken by both Cons and Beeford. Beeford is going to be right on the tail of Cons then. Oh yeah, that's very unfortunate. And there goes Gibson on the inside of his teammate. Raptors, can they keep it clean? Yeah, it's fairly clear cut there. I don't think they're going to be fighting that one, especially now that Gibson does have the run on Beeford. Beeford has the run on Cons, and Cons has the run on Aim High, especially for next lap going into it. And yeah, Beeford definitely not going to be getting the overtake on Cons just yet. We'll have to wait a little bit longer. And I wonder, could the Williams boys act as a bit of a unit to overtake Mercedes? Who knows? We'll see. Yeah, Wimpy Nick falling down the order. Absolute tragedy here today. Lap 15 out of 29. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. I was looking excited. Wimpy Nick could have actually taken a tier 1 victory.
Yeah. He was really good last round.
And we're seeing it. And we're seeing it. What we said earlier, Poison already had that pace advantage on those hard tires, so as he switches to the mediums, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, Hops closing in. He's done what?
Yeah.
7 tenths.
Well, that's with the obvious assist of DRS and as well, tire degradation is going to start really affecting Poison. I'm going to give it like a few laps. Probably has like 4 more laps until that shit really starts to eat away.
I think you'd have to be stupid to bet against Hops here. He's already got that gap to Cons behind.
8 laps maybe.
Yeah, unless Cons and Beeford are able to tow each other up, it's going to be tough for anyone else to.
Yeah, and I do think we're going to see Beeford possibly take the race win here. Not the best ending, I would suppose. We could get a first-time Grand Prix winner, or we could get Beeford, which is not the worst, but not the best. Wimpy Nick, I believe he's not back in the session. And yeah, FRI Rexy dead last for all intents and purposes. We love to see it. As Zachis gets overtaken by Jamie, both Mercedes in the points now. And we could see, so far, yeah, It's looking like AlphaTauri holds the cards for now. That is 10. Yeah, AlphaTauri still holds the cards. They do need to get Gabriel back in the top 10 to mount a challenge against Mercedes, but Mercedes with that P4, yeah, it's probably going to be very good. And I think they have P2. Anyway, still on board with Hops there, 8/10 away from Poison Aim High. Still doing his thing. DRS not really playing into much of an effect. Gibson is closing in on Beeford slightly. Jamie does receive a 3-second time penalty that will drop him back behind Zapkus out of the top 10 as Rexy. Let's go. And
you know he's gonna moan like fuck.
Yeah, I know. He's just gonna be like, oh, you need to remove white. Hey, you need to remove white.
Rexy said everyone can't race.
Skill issue. Oh, he's retiring. Let's fucking go. Anyway, so that is Beeford on Kantz. Oh, there was a run, but it wasn't enough. The Italian driver is safe for now. And it looks like Gibson is going to get involved in this. And with the Petronas logo going right to the sky, that is Kantz done and dealt with. Hops, Beeford's next target, and Gibson as well. That is Kantz done and dealt with for the Williams driver, now in a Williams sandwich. You love to see it from Turf. Whoa, wow, off the track goes Kantz, and it looks like they tagged each other ever so slightly. Very unfortunate for the Italian driver, and Raptors is probably going to be next in line to have his own turn with Kantz, which sounds really bad. But
that sounds fucking terrible.
Yeah, so 3/4 away. That is IHOPS. That is your P2 with your race leader. This could be another fight for the lead. 10, 11-ish laps to go before we close this chapter on CRF forever, never to return. No, I'm kidding. This isn't the end of F1 23, which has been a pretty decent game. Anyway, Hops, that legendary run. If he's brave on the brakes, we're probably not going to see that sort of bravery almost around the outside. Sorry, we're probably not going to see that sort of bravery until the end of the race, really. Anyway, DRS wide open, Ferrari logo to the sky. The Alfa Romeo can't really do anything. Hops goes for the tried and true method of down the inside. And that is IHOPS into the race lead. Poison, again, will most likely be able to fight that one back, I imagine. If he doesn't, huge major skill issue on his part.
Good exit, yeah.
Yeah, like look at this. Yeah.
Beeford as well, closing in nearly within that second here.
And that is Poison around the outside. Hops powerless to defend against it. I wonder, you know, I'm not going to do that here, but, yeah. Least annoying Kanye fan, honestly. Oh my god, my wheel's connected, so that is me pushing down the brake pedal. I almost forgot. Right. We just kind of got to wait for the lead battle to simmer up again. Ron Beeford's going to insert himself into this one. However, I don't think it's going to be as clear-cut for Poison, at least, who is on the same tire as Beeford. But Hops, if only he was on the medium tire, this could be really thrilling to watch, because these guys would keep going at each other. Because at the moment, Hops is really coming into his own on those hard tires, and it's like there's not an outright pace advantage on either tire really at this point. There is, but you know, Hops is really balancing it out, and that's what's really like making this special to watch, honestly. Yeah, he keeps going at it. DRS is helping. DRS wide open for the Ferrariman, and I'm wondering, oh yeah, there we go. The games of chicken are starting. 10 laps to go, and you can see both of them kind of backing out of it.
Racing just getting absolutely slaughtered in chat after saying everyone can't drive.
Oh my god.
Fred has pulled up his penalty points, and he has double anyone else, and everyone's just shitting on him now.
Anyway, there we go. Poison for the lead. As per usual, Hops is far closer than he usually is, though. And this is just like where he was with Flo. In this situation, he is Flo, and he almost is going down for an inside move. He's looking at an inside move on turn 12, but it's not there. But what if it was? Yeah, fucking Vsauce music starts playing, right? Imagine if it was. What a legendary overtake that would have been. Kantz still in the Williams sandwich there. I'm not going to say that. Anyway, still in that Williams sandwich, just nestled in between both the drivers there. Gibson not making any major headway on Beeford. Beeford not making any major headway on Hops. Hops barely able to make anything on Poison, who is absolutely carrying his own. Wonderful stuff from the Alfa Romeo driver. And Hops is going to have a very decent run going down into turn 5. I don't think he's going to make anything with it, however. And that is Yeah, they're gonna still be close together. Hops, you can see he was pulling that gap. I think now at this point he's really gonna start succumbing to DRS chicken, as we know it today. And do we see him stomp off the throttle? No, we do not. Not just yet. Poison is once again relegated to P2, but for how long? You know he's gonna get that DRS anyway. Fridge does fall to the hands of Jamie there, and Jamie falls right back after going off track like a reach. Can't say that. Anyway. Oh yeah, there we go. Like I said, Poison back on Hops. Hops still very close. Jesus. Hops still very close to the leader there. So, I mean, it's not like he's completely helpless. You can see Zackus and Dom wheel to wheel, tire to tire, literally. And they're just touching each other. I said that was such a serious... I need to stop. Oh, there's Weezer around. What is new? What is new, Scooby-Doo? Using that line in honor of Sub today, as Wheezy is dropped down the dead last with the Whippy Nick, who has gotten back into the session. Very unfortunate for him. Yeah, Beeford is closer to Hops than Hops is closer to Aim High, and this could get really interesting between himself and Poison. He hasn't been making any major gains. This could be because of the actual racing itself going on in front of him, but Beeford is... I'm actually excited to see if Poison can maintain a steady pace with Beeford. So, we'll just have to kind of wait and see for that one. DRS open for the both of them. IHOPS will be the significant beneficiary of this, and that will be around the outside. He's going to try and go around the outside. Wow, okay, finally he's changing up his strategy. Beeford is almost on his side. I think he's waiting. I do think he's waiting just to see how Poison's going to start fighting him, because I don't know if these two have fought before. So you always do want to gauge the enemy there, see how they fight, and then plan your attack around that. And there we go. Hops falls to the hand of Beeford there. Not Beeford, sorry. Hops falls to the hand of Poison. In a rather fun...
Gonna be Beeford soon, though.
Yeah, Beeford soon. Yeah, rather...
I think the main point for this, sorry to interrupt, is that
Go.
How many medium runners can get ahead of Hops now? Because right now, you know, Hops is with the best shot winning this, but if they're, you know, Beeford and Gibson behind can get in between, that's going to slow down that progress towards the end. So,
exactly.
Let's see, if Beeford can pull off an overtake here, this could affect
change
Hops.
I think this is really going to be interesting for, you know, Poison and Beeford, like I said. Like you said, actually, even kind of in a way. I just want to see these two fight. Oh, fuck, shit.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I really want to see these two just go at it. Yeah, it's been a great race.
I think it's probably the best race of all season.
I wouldn't say that, maybe. There have been better moments. There have been better moments across the season, but in terms of consistency, probably this one. This one needs that ultra high. This one needs that ultra high. Silverstone's phenomenal. I love that race. Anyway, Hops on Poison around the outside. As we saw him do earlier, Poison can't really retaliate with that one, and he will wait in the wings for DRS, as he usually does. I mean, yeah, and look, he even got a better run. It's Poison back in the lead. Let's just not even count this. Yeah. How's Beeford going to take this? He has the slipstream of two cars punching a hole in the air for him. Plays a spectator in this battle so far, but yeah, he just...
yeah, I was going to know. He's not the Beeford, not deploying. He's got 50-something battery there. He did not deploy on that straight.
Yeah.
So Beeford probably playing the long game here and saving that battery for when his tires die off, so he can defend on the straight.
Yeah, I think they're all playing the long game because look, they're all around halfway battery. Beeford is the victor of the battery wars here. Oh no, Hops is, right? No, I think they're both on equal level-ish footing. I'll turn on telemetry just this once. 60-63, Hops does have the very small advantage compared to Beeford in terms of battery life. How advantageous will that be? 3%? I don't know. Probably not much. Poison, obviously, with the least amount of battery there. You can see there, Zach has a 5-second time penalty. Like, bit of an L, bit of a skill issue there. And yeah, like you said, Hops, these hard tires are starting to really come into their own here. 1:51 p.m., 8:51 p.m. over there across the pond. And Zackus does pit for soft tires. And there we go, Hops. I mean, what do I really say? Around down the inside, like he usually does. And he has put Poison between himself and Beeford. And I'm almost a little nervous. He's made himself a sitting duck to arguably two of the fastest drivers in the league. There's one. Where's the second? There's no second. So it worked out for him there. But as you said, Beeford is not deploying, and I think he's winning now. Hops has deployed a little bit as turn on telemetry again.
Beeford's actually
Yeah.
got a straight line in general. Seems like he's got a bit more of a high downforce setup on, which is definitely costing him. And
Yeah.
Alfa Romeo. No, it's not an Alfa. Who is that?
It's Weezer.
Oh, it is Weezy, right. Is he manually retired on
Yeah,
track?
he manually retired in the pits, but then it spits him back on track.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
I don't like that. I wish it didn't do that, but you know, whatever. Yeah, so like we keep saying, 5 laps to go in this 29-lap race. 5 laps left in CRF Season 1. This is a lot of people's final race. A quite decent margin. Yeah, it's a very open race. I really wish the V8 sounds worked, because it would be so cool to listen to like V8 sounds with this at this race. Like, imagine that shit would go so hard.
Yeah. It's very controversial, but I think the V8 is probably the best sounding F1 engines
I agree.
ever.
The V10s are a little bit too squeaky. Okay, there we go. 3 wide down to turn 6. Oh shit! Okay, Hops takes the lead of the race. Ron Beeford in P2. Poison aim high with P3, and it goes 3 wide to turn 6. Oh
Now,
Jesus!
CRF4.
Little bit of contact between himself and Beeford on board with aim high there, and Hops, the sitting duck. Ron
at the
Beeford
run from
takes the
Beeford.
lead in the
He's
race
going
now,
all in.
going down into turn 9, and so
Not
far
even
Poison
deploying.
has
That is,
ruined himself there.
I mean, look, he's only 4 tenths. He's still
he's
there.
still in the
there.
fight.
Let's see what happens on the next straight.
But compared to like how much Beeford was struggling, he's still in the fight, but Beeford was sitting there for a while, and I don't think Poison has the battery to sit there like Beeford did.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
I think right now, I think Beeford in caliber driver. If anyone right in his position right now was to pull these moves to the end, it's going to be him.
Exactly.
So let's see what happens. But right now, it looks like he's still got the pace.
Yeah.
So, and that battery is going to help.
Yeah, it looks like the hards and mediums, they're not really balancing each other out anymore at the moment. Is it cloudy? It's cloudy as fuck, apparently. It's super dark outside for some reason. Like, there's no sunlight at all coming into my room. So, bit of an L. Gibson, very, very close to a podium position there. Just on the cusp of it. The same age tires as Poison there, and Beeford, might I add. So, IHOPS, DRS open for the Ferrari. Is he deploying slightly? And that is the lead for the Ferrari man. It looks like he was deploying ever so slightly at the end there. Beeford will be getting DRS once again, and Gibson and Hot Poison go side by side. This could be a podium position for Gibson, but not. Yes, unfortunately not. Not just yet. However, Dylan Baxter, there we go. HPR Dave Raptors clears him for P6, and that is Ron Beeford back in the lead of the race, and Gibson into the post. Sorry, Gibson almost into the podium. Oh shit, he is. Look at this.
Shit.
Yeah, Gibson in the podium positions are going side by side down to turn 12. Whoever has the better line takes it, and oh Jesus, back on the racing line. Yeah, that's kind of dirty. Oh no, yeah, Const.
Behind by about 7 tenths now, right back in.
Yeah, he really needs to start picking up the pieces, and that is Gibson. Oh, almost brake checking Const there inadvertently. And I suppose he was made to give that position back after he did push Poison off the road. And that leaves Hops and Beeford. Taylor's old, not really as old as time, but you know, Ferrari v Mercedes, Taylor's as old as time, I suppose. The Silver Arrows versus the Prancing Horses. We'll see who comes out victorious.
It's actually relevant. Just seeing, there's an incident which will be investigated between Rexy and Gibson, where Gibson has just stuck his nose in and has taken Rexy out. So it could be a penalty coming. Looks like a 5-second in mine.
We'll see. Back in the podium, there goes Poison. And there we go, up further ahead. There goes Hops, back up in the race lead. And Const, oh, there we go. Const and Poison side by side going into turn 6 and out of turn 7. That is Poison. Oh, Jesus, they're getting awful close. Const turns in, Poison turns out, and that is, oh dear, Dave Raptor squeezing in there. This could be a double overtake for the Williams driver. The lead changes hands once again, and Dave Raptor's into P4. Const prevents that from happening, and that is lovely racing from all 3 of them. And oh no! No! Const into the wall! Very, very briefly, Const into the wall. Not sustained damage, possibly. Oh, Jesus, Const outbreaks himself, and that is actually sustained damage. I do not see an end plate on the Alpha Tower. Oh, yeah, okay, never mind. But it's surely scraped up. And Ron Beeford into the lead of the race. As we said, Gibson into P3. It looks like these guys are just not really fighting for many standards here. The one race Jack DNFs for, and it's like one of the most exciting races of the season. I fucking hate this game. Anyway. What?
That was just lag, but...
Oh. Yeah, I know exactly what happened on your screen. Anyway.
Straight off on turn 1, I was like...
That would have been funny as hell. Bro, I think Ayrton Senna. Or, yeah. Anyway.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
down the inside just because of oversteer. Almost. He almost had that move. And that really does tell me that Hops, I wouldn't say struggling. I'm not going to say he's struggling, but, tires, all these guys' tires are starting to, deteriorate now. 16 laps on the hards, not anything too bad. 16 laps on the mediums, though, that's crazy. And you can't even see much visible wear as well. Like,
right now, the advantage is going to be in the exit from Hops. He does have the better tires, so...
I think it's going to end like Las Vegas. I'm sorry, I think it's going to end like Las Vegas. DRS chicken.
This is all going to be... Like, look, you see Hops got the traction out of that. It is a traction game. It is a traction game.
Exactly. Wimpy Nick has retired. Very unfortunate. He was looking very good for a podium.
It was a real shame. Really good
again, it was a great drive, and then he got,
Can't really afford it.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate for him, Anyway, Hops and Beeford. We're going into the penultimate lap now. So, it's gonna get real, basically. Shit's gonna get real. Hops and Beeford are going to surely start playing some DRS chicken mind games with each other, and I'm very excited to see how that turns out. Gibson is in this fight as well, goes off the track. That is track limits if I've ever seen it. Surely a warning, Dylan Baxter, the next to incur a track limits penalty as I hops. Okay, Gibson's going to get involved in this fight. We have a three-way battle for the lead in the last 2 laps of this race. This could be one of the most exciting season finishes without actually deciding a championship. Last time this happened, it was 2 people entering on equal points, and now Beeford has fallen into the hands of IHOPS and possibly Gibson very, very soon. Gibson could, overtake IHOPS as well, and we will see DRS Chicken, next lap. Next lap chicken has to come into play. Could we see a surprise win from Gibson on track? Maybe we'll see Gibson getting an awful good draft, and it could go 3 wide. He could insert himself in the middle of this. Almost. He's looking for that gap on the inside as the lead shifts hands from Ron Beeford to IHOPS, and Beeford back again, side by side, flying on down towards turn 12, and that is Beeford in the lead there. And Hops is in prime position. Oh! Gibson with a 3-second time penalty. That's going to be race deciding today.
Yeah, Dave's going to be up into the podium as long as he stays with him.
Yeah.
I think the key point here is now
Dave. All right, so
the battery between the Ferrari and the the Ferrari and the motor can be very close
equivalent.
here. 43 for Hops, 47, 48 for Beeford, so it's a slight advantage for the Mercedes, but now, defending down these
Hops just got some crazy fucking traction, by the way. Wow, he got some really good a run out of turn 1, and look at this. Oh dear, Dom out of the race. It's the final lap of the race, the final chance for Hops to win a race in Season 1. He has not won all season. Can he start today? Flying on down towards turn 6 and 7, this little complex chicane. And will we see DRS Chicken? Hops goes through with it. That is alarming, to say the least. Hops goes through with
There
it.
we go, Beeford going for the exit. Look at the traction there.
Beeford's got him.
Perfectly positioned there.
Beeford's got him. They are tailed. They are wing to nose. And there we go. Beeford takes the lead of the race here. Can Hops do anything to retaliate? No. What a thrilling end of the season, but it looks like it's all ending here. Ron Beeford takes the lead going into turn... Sorry, let me take this final lap. Beeford still in the lead going into turn 12. IHOPS is... Oh, down the inside at turn 12 goes the Ferrari-man, but it looks like Beeford takes the line then. He has the perfect line, and that is IHOPS. They're still side by side. Hops has the tire that he needs on the inside, and there we go, flat out. It is final. Oh, down the inside. Jesus, they are pushing each other, and that is so close. It's a thin margin, but Beeford takes it today, and he takes the final win of today's CRF1 race in Abu Dhabi. And that was really exciting. That was crazy.
Chaotic.
The gloves were off.
On the last sector of Abu Dhabi.
Exactly, the gloves were off.
Absolutely fucking sent it. Jesus, that was incredible.
I mean, Ferrari wrapped it up. He realized he had nothing to lose. He couldn't catch up to Beeford.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah,
I'm
not saying.
Yeah, Fridge scored 1 point, so No, I'm just trying to explain it behind him. But that was a great race. That was a great race.
That last sector was fucking just insane.
It's perfect resume material. I can't lie. Anyway. Except for, the whole 9/11 bit earlier. But anyway, I would say my driver of the day probably.
I've got to be Beeford.
Yeah,
I mean,
Beeford.
Where did he stop? Was it
It
P18?
was a last to first. It was a last to first, essentially.
No, I think Jack was P20.
Jack was
yeah, essentially.
Essentially, yeah.
Oh,
So
P17 to 1. Yeah, P7 to 1. Wow.
a lovely effort, but we never doubted that it wouldn't happen. Or we never doubted that it wouldn't happen. The Englishman takes another race win in CRF1, and while it was a predictable finish, by God did he fight for it. So, I mean, those are the best finishes, you know, when somebody fights for it, you know, does it really matter? So, we are back, October 1st, I believe. The calendar has not been released. CRF1 is back October 1st, CRF3. Are they keeping the Monday slot, or Friday? Friday.
Yeah, believe so. Yeah, believe so.
They're keeping the Monday slot? We can square that out anyway. The definitive here is CRF1 is back on October 1st, 2023 at 7:30 p.m. GMT. Hopefully I'll be here. I might not be. We will see, guys. If this is my final race, by God did I enjoy my time at CRF. Oh boy, I loved it. But if it isn't, I'll see you guys next time. You guys know how much I loved you all. I did that last week. We don't need to hear it again. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will be back in 2 weeks' time.